My husband planned this entire trip without telling me a single thing. The destination, the hotel, every detail. I had no idea. And when I finally saw where we were, I was speechless. This is Adaraan Prestige Vadoo, a private adults only overwater resort in the Maldives. And this was my first birthday as a wife, and our mini honeymoon, all in one. I am finally sharing this on YouTube. Yes, a little late. But some trips are too special not to talk about. And trust me, you are going to want to stay until the end. Because I swam with sharks. And let's just say, my reaction was not exactly graceful. Stay with me. Hi there, lovely friends. I am Danielle, sharing real travel stories and honest reviews right here on Danibelle 7. Before we get into everything, let me give you the full picture because the story behind this trip makes it so much more special. My husband planned every single detail of this trip completely on his own. No hints, no spoilers. I knew nothing, not until 2 weeks before the trip. Getting to the Maldives from Manila is not a quick journey. We flew from Manila, had a stopover in Malaysia, and then another 4 hours to reach the Maldives. 8 hours of travel in total. Honestly, the AirAsia leg of the flight was a little challenging for us. The legroom on that particular plane was quite limited, more so than other AirAsia flights I've been on. If you are a taller person or just someone who values leg comfort on long flights, take note of that when you book. Choose your seats wisely. But the moment we landed in the Maldives and I stepped onto that speedboat for the transfer to the resort, the water, that impossibly clear, impossibly blue Maldives water. I went completely silent. My husband looked at me and said, "Happy birthday." And that was the moment I knew this trip was going to be something I would never forget. Adaraan Prestige Vadoo is a private island resort. And the first thing you need to know is that it is adults only. No children, just couples and honeymooners who came here specifically to rest, reconnect, and experience the Maldives the way it was meant to be experienced. The whole resort is built on and around the water. Overwater villas stretching out into the ocean. The kind of place you have only ever seen in travel magazines or Pinterest boards. And there we were, my husband and I. Two people who, because of my family's Chinese culture that I am truly grateful for, had never gone to the beach together before we got engaged. Not once. So to be here in the Maldives, together, as husband and wife, for the very first time enjoying the ocean and the beach like this, it was indescribable. It felt like a gift we had been saving without knowing it. Now let me talk about where we stayed. Because this villa deserves its own chapter. We were in a sunset water villa with a private pool. The villa is built directly above the ocean. You walk out your door and there is nothing between you and the Maldives water except your private deck and your pool. The view from this villa, I have no words.
So minibar complimentary, tea coffee also complimentary.
All these are complimentary.
Yeah.
Also this
Yeah, yeah.
inside. Okay. If we request, we can
If you want, I can. Yeah, let me know. I can.
Okay.
But my absolute favorite moment in this entire villa? One morning, my husband surprised me with the breakfast right there in our private pool. Floating breakfast in your own overwater villa pool in the Maldives with your husband on your birthday trip. If that is not a full circle God moment, I do not know what is. The villa also has a jacuzzi, which is in the back of the bathroom area. It is beautiful and luxurious. Just note that the jacuzzi itself does not have the direct ocean view. The pool deck is where you want to spend your time for that view.
So breakfast is 6:30 10, lunch 4:30 2:30, high tea 4:35, dinner 7:30 10.
Okay.
On the main restaurant.
Is breakfast, can you request it to be served here?
Yes, it's a limited menu here. In the restaurant, it's a more elaborate menu.
Okay, but lunch and dinner, it's
You have to go there, yeah.
there. High tea is, you can request to be served here as well.
Yeah, if you want, I can send the high tea snacks here.
Okay, sure. For later, just send it here.
Okay, sure.
Room quality, I am giving this a 10 out of 10. Complete inclusions, stunningly beautiful, and everything you need for the most romantic getaway. No notes. One of my most treasured memories of this trip, and honestly something I did not expect to love as much as I did, was our mornings. Every day, my husband and I would wake up early before the resort got busy. We would go to the beach, open our Bible app, have our quiet devotion time together. Just the two of us. The ocean, God's word, the sound of the waves. It was one of the most refreshing and peaceful things I have ever experienced. And here's something about Maldives that I genuinely did not expect. The weather. It was sunny every single day. But unlike the Philippines where the humidity makes you sweat the moment you step outside, the Maldives sun is different. It is warm, but the air stays cool, light, breezy. You can be outside for hours and feel completely comfortable. For us Filipinos who are used to that heavy Philippine heat, this was such a wonderful surprise. Sunny skies, but you actually enjoy being under them. The resort also has a spa, and this is an add-on service, not included in the all-inclusive package.
For the massage, we have 4 kinds of massage oil. Please try some on your skin and choose the one you like.
Okay, I'll have Harmony.
Harmony, how about you, sir? Tranquility. Harmony and tranquility, right?
Thank you. We tried the foot spa by the beach. And honestly, that setting alone already makes it special. Your feet being pampered while you look out at the Maldives Ocean? Not bad at all. We also tried their private spa massage. The staff were genuinely sweet, warm, and friendly throughout the whole experience. But, and I say this with full love and honesty, Filipino massage therapists back at home? Still undefeated. If you have had a good Filipino massage, you will know exactly what I mean. The strokes, the pressure, the technique, our manghihilot energy is something else entirely. It was still a good and relaxing experience. Just temper your expectations on the massage specifically, and you will enjoy it fully. Now, the all-inclusive package, and specifically, the unlimited food and drinks. This is where I need to be very honest with you. The buffet was genuinely good. Wide variety every single meal. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. All covered from the moment you arrive.
Contains alcohol. So here we are.
The food was not just resort good. It was actually really good. We never had a bad meal. But the real star of our all-inclusive experience? The PIÑA colada. My husband is laughing right now watching this because, okay, fine. There were days I had around 5 or more. 5 PIñA coladas in a day. In the Maldives. All-inclusive. No regrets. None. Food and drinks, 8 out of 10. And the PIñA colada alone deserves its own separate rating of 10. Because I've had a lot of PIñA coladas, and I do make my own as well, but this was the best for me. Okay, the moment you have been waiting for since the beginning of this video, the snorkeling. Now, snorkeling at Adaraan Prestige Vadoo is an add-on service. You book it separately and they take you out by boat to the snorkeling spot. It is not right there at the resort. It is a proper boat ride out into the open ocean. And let me tell you, the moment I put my face underwater, It was like nothing I have ever seen. The coral, the colors, the fish everywhere, the clarity of the water. I genuinely felt like I was inside a nature documentary. And this is actually what I had to do in my head to survive this experience. I had to imagine I was in Finding Nemo. Every fish was a cartoon character. The shark was Nemo's shark friend. The stingray was friendly. Everything was a cartoon. That was the only way my brain could process being surrounded by that much marine life in the open ocean. Soon enough, the stingray's tail hit my arm. And then, the shark came close. My Finding Nemo mental trick completely stopped working. I panicked. I grabbed my husband. And okay, I am going to say this because it is honestly the most human thing that happened on this entire trip. I may have accidentally peed in the ocean. I am so sorry to every fish in that area. But after that moment passed and I realized the shark was just swimming peacefully and completely ignoring us, I kind of calmed down. And I just watched. And it was breathtaking. One of the most surreal and beautiful things I have ever seen in my life. The 4 snorkeling session was an hour, and it went by so fast. When they told us time was up, I genuinely did not want to leave. We went back to the villa, tired, in awe, and absolutely full of gratitude for what we just experienced. Snorkeling, 10 out of 10. Do it, even if you are scared. Especially if you are scared. But wait, the sharks were not only during the snorkeling. Every afternoon at around 5 p.m., the resort staff feeds the shark. And when I say the sharks come, I mean they all come. Right there near the shore of Adaraan. So many of them. You can stand or sit on the deck or near the water and just watch. No boat required, no snorkel required. No peeing required. Just you, the shore, and a lot of sharks right there in front of you. If you go, do not miss 5 p.m. Not for any reason. Because this is an honest review, here are the things to know before you go. Number 1. The travel is long. If you are from the Philippines, 8 hours of flying plus transfers. Plan ahead, book your seats wisely, and avoid the AirAsia configuration with limited legroom if you can. Your body will thank you. Number 2. Snorkeling is an extra cost. It is not part of the all-inclusive package. Budget for it separately, and absolutely do it. It is worth your money. Number 3. 3 days and 2 nights felt both perfect and not enough at the same time. We would have loved one more day, just to float in the ocean longer, have more floating breakfasts, and enjoy more of that unlimited food and drinks. If you can extend to 4 days and 3 nights, do it. These are not complaints. These are things to know so you can plan the most beautiful version of this trip for yourself. Here are my honest ratings for Adaraan Prestige Vadoo Maldives. Views and scenery, 10 out of 10. No notes. Absolute perfection. The Sunset Water Villa, 9 out of 10. Stunning in every way that matters. Room service, 9 out of 10. Service can sometimes be a little slow, but it is good and warm every time. Food and drinks, 8 out of 10. And yes, the PIÑA colada is a 10. Snorkeling service, 10 out of 10. Sharks, stingrays, and all. Staff and service, 8 out of 10. Warm, attentive, and genuinely thoughtful. Cleanliness, 10 out of 10. Spotless throughout our entire stay. Value for money, 8 out of 10. The all-inclusive package made it absolutely worth it. My overall rating, 8 out of 10. And I would go back in a heartbeat. So, is Adaraan Prestige Vadoo worth it? For a honeymoon? Absolutely yes. For a milestone birthday? Absolutely yes. For a couple who wants to slow down, enjoy nature at its most breathtaking, and experience something completely outside of everyday life, absolutely yes. Is it perfect? No. But the things that matter most, the view, the villa, the people, the staff, the ocean, the food, the experience, those are exceptional. My husband gave me the Maldives for my first birthday as a wife, our mini moon. And honestly, I am still grateful every single time I look at these photos and videos. It's such a blessing to be able to experience this. God is so good, even in the little gifts He places in the hands of the people who love us. Oh, and before I go, on the way home, we had a quick stopover at Singapore Airport. And even just the airport, Singapore did not disappoint. We grabbed food, walked around, and I genuinely think Singapore Airport deserves its own video. But that is a story for hopefully another time. For now, consider it a little bonus treat on the way home from paradise. If this video helped you plan your dream Maldives trip, or if it just made you want to book one right now, please give this video a like. It genuinely helps more families and couples find honest travel content like this. I have the Agoda link for Adaraan Prestige Vadoo in the description below. Book with the all-inclusive package. Trust me on that one. It changes the whole experience. Subscribe to Danibelle 7 for more honest travel reviews, wife and mom life, homemaking content, and everything in between. Thank you so much for taking time to watch this video. This has been Danielle, and I'll see you on my next video.